What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time joining us, like I say, please let somebody know about the show. Spread that word on the internet. Keep us rolling around, my friend. If you want to know more information about yours truly, go to andrewsantino.com. Got a whole bunch of new merch. We restocked stuff, like our shirts and also our rocks glasses that have been selling like hotcakes. That's at andrewsantinostore.com. andrewsantinostore.com is where you get all the merch. andrewsantino.com, the website, is where you get stuff like the Patreon, which I'm doing more and more one-on-one Cheeto chats now. We're going to try to do that as a weekly thing as we start to shift over deeper into Depandy. But go to andrewsantino.com for that kind of information, and go to andrewsantinostore.com if you're looking for the merch. Whiskey Ginger is supported by Squarespace. Squarespace is an incredible way to turn your wonderful idea into a website, showcase your work, publish content, sell stuff, promote your physical online business, get it out there to the world. It's extremely simple and easy to use. I've used it myself, and you know how not smart I am. So if I can do it, you can do it. It's incredible. It's simple. It's got beautiful templates that are easy to use by world-class designers that have set it up for you to tinker with on your own. They give you the framework, and you finish the house, my friend. They optimize everything for you, so it's simple and easy to use, and analytics that help you grow in real time so you could see who's using your website, who's looking at your stuff, what they're purchasing, what they're clicking on, and 24/7 customer support. So when you're building your website for whatever you need it for, they're there to help you out. Squarespace is great. I highly, highly recommend it. Head over to squarespace.com/whiskey for a free trial. It's easy peasy. When you're ready to launch it, use that promo code whiskey. You get 10% off your first purchase for the website or the domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/whiskey. Use the promo code whiskey when you're ready to build your site.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. It's Mr. Jason Collings. Jason Collings, not
Collings.
Jason Collings. I said Collings.
It is Collings.
That's what I said.
But you were about to say it is not. And then
It is not the pro athlete who came out as gay in the NBA.
Who also has a twin brother.
That's right, but his brother is fraternal, not identical. You're an identical twin.
Yes, I am.
His is fraternal twins, right?
I have no idea.
Don't you guys know? Don't you guys all know each other?
No.
You don't all know each other?
No.
No?
I met him once on the set of a TV show.
What was the TV show?
Undateable, very little known show.
Little known show that our friend Brad Murick was on. What's his name? Brent Morick?
Brick Morgan.
Briss Morgan was on a show, and he does a show right now with Jason called The Lion's Den. It's a podcast. You guys should check it out if you have absolutely nothing else going on.
Oh,
just make your way over to that because it's not funny and not good. But Jay,
Darn.
I'm glad you're my guest today.
Thank you.
Air cheers because I can't cheers COVID style and don't want to spread anything around that I don't do or don't have. How would I know? Did you get tested?
Yes.
And?
Positive.
Okay, that's the show, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, I got tested.
Did you go to Dodger Stadium?
No.
Where'd you go? You went to you had someone come to the house.
They
or
were
something?
doing it at a CVS down
Oh
from
yeah.
my house.
Okay. Everyone's doing it here at Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles, and
Really?
You don't know, and
I don't pay attention to anything.
No, well, KTLA was talking about it. They were promoting it on local news, and then you look at the overhead view, and I was like, "This is a breeding ground. If people are sick, there are thousands of cars. No, you stay in your car.
Oh.
But like, it's just people coming and going and coming and going. I don't know.
I just pictured everybody on the field.
Yeah. Oh, they're in the stadium. Yeah.
In the stadium.
They wait
arm
in the
in arm,
dugout.
singing "We Shall Overcome." We shall.
Yeah, they do. They all line up on first base. Speaking of which, I watched the Dodger game last night.
I don't.
You don't like baseball?
It's not that I don't like baseball. I just don't care either way.
What does that mean?
It means that I can't tell you I hate baseball because I don't.
But
I also can't tell you I love baseball because I don't.
What do you like?
I like true crime. I like documentaries, and I love football.
Are you my wife? Mm-hmm. You're my wife.
I am your wife. She likes football?
I think all women like football.
I think a lot of women pretend that they like football. Sorry.
Wow. This is our sexist portion of the show. No. I think women like football. If women don't like sports, women who don't like sports, I think they like football because at least it's high intensity.
It's pretty easy to follow.
Well,
Basics.
Yeah.
The basics of it is
Yeah.
pretty easy to follow.
Yeah,
All
but
those guys have the ball. They got to get on that side of the
Yeah,
ball.
like my old bag,
Hey, man.
my anchor. She that's a positive actually. She holds me down. She keeps me stable. She's also dragging me backwards. But no, the she loves certain sports, but I understand why she doesn't love others. Like she just can't get behind certain sports. She'll go to any live sporting event, but she can't watch televised sports to some degree. She hates, except for football.
Yeah, same with my wife. Likes it. She loves the Rams because I'm a Rams fan,
Right.
Which is cool, and she actually really gets into it and she enjoys. I mean, she's watched games when I'm not around to watch them with her when I'm on the road.
That's cool.
Back in the day.
Well, then she's a real fan.
Yeah.
But you were a Ram. You're a California kid.
Yep, grew up going to the games when they were in Anaheim.
Yeah, so you know the original Ram. I mean, the older Rams before they left and came back because you're born in 1919.
1971.
1919.
71.
You're
1971.
You're you right around World War I. Like so,
No,
right as the
well,
war
no.
kicked off.
1971.
1971. You were
Makes
you
me
were fresh out
49
of med school.
Nope, I was born 1971, Santa Monica, California, St. John's Hospital. Makes me 49 years old.
I don't know because you look much
39. I look-
older.
No, I look good.
Jay and I
Check out the
met
jawline.
a long time ago.
Check out the
Check out the
hairline.
lack of a jawline.
I have such a jawline.
No, where is it?
Here. You ever seen those guys that are really heavy and they invent a jawline?
Jawline,
They give
yeah.
themselves a jawline with their goatee or whatever.
If you do a goatee, you're able to
Yeah,
shape
yeah.
your
and
own
it's
mouth.
just this round potato head and then just symmetrical as
Fat
shit.
guys always have a perfect
Yeah.
jawline beard.
Oh, yeah.
As if that's going to be, someone's going to go, look at that in shape guy with that beautiful, look at that, huh?
Worst thing you could do as a fat guy, I'm going to give you this advice: no goatee. Get the full beard
Sure.
when you're around, and you just have, especially if you have dark hair, it looks like you've been eating chocolate with no hands. So get the chin strap. Get the chin strap.
I think you either beard or no beard. I disagree
Yeah.
with almost all facial hair. It's beard or nothing. I don't like just the stash unless that's exactly the kind of guy you are. You got to be a certain kind of guy to pull off a stash because otherwise it looks unfortunate and weird, right?
Yep.
Just the muff down here, whatever that's called. Like what's a
So-
chin tuft?
This is a soul patch.
No, but I'm talking about. I see guys that have one just a chin tuft, a tuft of chin
What do they
beard.
call that? That's not a goatee, right?
It's a bad idea. Maybe it's called no. It's called a no-no.
It's a no tee.
It's a no-tee.
Got a no tee going.
And then Fu Manchu doesn't exist anymore, but I would support that because that's fun.
You're lucky because all of your beard hair is the same color. Mine, it gets patchy and
Yeah.
white and gray, and there's sometimes the light hits me a certain way where it looks like I'm only rocking like,
Like
what are these called?
Like a suspenders beard, like you have a
sideburns.
sideburn beard,
Like burnt
mutton chops.
Yeah, mutton chops. And somebody, actually, a couple weeks ago, I did a picture, and somebody complimented my sideburns, and I was like, they're not.
No, they're one and the
I
same.
just
It's
have
universal.
white, very white gray hair.
Yeah, but at least
here.
you have all your hair. A lot of people losing their hair. You're 50 years old almost, and you have
49.
all your hair. You're 50
And I
years
have
old.
all of it, and I've never dyed it.
Yeah, but I like that. You look good.
Thank you.
Most
See,
of us are
that's-
losing. Most of us are losing all of our hair, and
You're losing your
we're
hair?
begging to hold on to it.
Is that why
Yeah,
you're wearing the dad hat?
I'm wearing the dad hat because I didn't shower this morning.
Ew.
Oh yeah, but we're all thinning and losing our fucking hair. I think it's
Not all of us.
Well, you're the only one. You're Neo. But where you got what you do have in hair, you lack in talent and ability.
That's not the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
No, you do have the ability. Oddly enough,
I have the ability. Everybody has the ability. I mean, we have a lot of friends. It's obvious that they have the ability, but
they just don't have the
just
they don't have the.
painfully untalented. I think
right.
I'm one of those. Yeah. I'm a bullshit artist.
No, you're a great comedian. People that don't know, Jay is a great comedian. We met. I
think
want
right
to
at
say
the beginning.
12 years ago, 13 years ago is
Right
when we
around
first
when I
met.
first started.
Yeah, in Long Beach. There was a show off of. God, I wish I could name the street, but there was a show in a bar that used to.
Was it Springbok? There was a Springbok because there was a
Maybe that
Springbok
one.
out here in the valley. They had one that I would do in Long Beach once in a
It was
while.
right off the freeway. Wherever, right by where the it doesn't matter, nobody cares. So anyway, we met down there doing a show. Actually, one of my favorite places down there, Schooner or Later, which was a great breakfast spot to go get blacked out and drink. Schooner or Later would give you goblets of alcohol in the morning, and it was great to go
Featured
there.
on
hungover.
Dexter, by the way.
What it is?
Yeah,
Oh man, no.
All of Dexter was shot in Long Beach.
Well, now it sucks. Now I don't like it anymore. Because when I first moved to LA, I moved to Long Beach. I lived down there. Fahim Anwar was down there. Brooks Wheelan was down there. A lot of good comics that ended up moving up to LA. And we used to party down there in, 2nd Street or whatever.
Belmont Shore area.
BS.
Belmont Shore, baby.
I used to go to the Belmont Shore Athletic Club. They have a bar upstairs that they own, Murphy's Pub, above their... It was so cool to go work out and then go black out. Work out, blackout.
They're doing comedy shows up there right before the quarantine.
Oh, they were?
Some guy was running a show. I was down there having a drink, and I walked by, and they had a poster.
Yeah.
Comedy upstairs.
Comedy upstairs.
Tuesday nights. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday nights. I don't know.
Now it's comedy out back.
Well, you remember I ran a show in Long Beach for a long time.
You did.
At the Gas Lamp.
Yeah.
The Gas Lamp.
That was a great show.
Was my shit.
That was a great show because people actually showed up.
People showed up, and great comics would come down. I mean, Craig Robinson did it. You did it. Joe Coy
Yeah.
did it. Adam Ray did it. Brent Morin. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Not great comic. You should have stopped
Jason
earlier with the great comics
Collings
thing. Yeah, that'll
ran
okay.
it.
That's fine.
He ran the room.
He was
But,
fine.
It's good stuff.
But look, you've made your way into the podcasting landscape now after being just a comedian for a long time, and you wanted to get in earlier. Now you're doing with Brick Merritt's, and I'm glad you got into it because you started
too.
comedy late and podcast late. We talked about this the other. You started comedy when you were
35.
It's wild.
I didn't start. Yeah, 06.
But because for that
35.
you lived such a different life.
Yeah, I was a martial arts instructor. I owned a martial arts school for almost 30 years.
What's the specialty? I know nothing about martial arts. I'm
I
serious.
taught Kempo karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Kempo karate.
Kempo karate,
What's the
Brazilian
difference between
jiu-jitsu.
regular karate?
Kempo, it's like a hybrid style. Karate is Japanese, and then the style that I taught was a mix of the Chinese kung fu, and you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Wait, karate is Japanese?
Yes.
I'm dead serious. I thought it was
Okinawan.
Chinese. I thought karate was Chinese.
Kung fu is Chinese. And
Kung
kung
fu.
fu, a lot of people don't realize, it's not even a name of a martial arts style. You can have you have kung fu in stand-up. Kung fu translates to energy over time. Like you've done this thing over a long period of time, and now you've mastered it.
So kung fu isn't a type of...
Right. That's why every martial arts style that's a kung fu style starts with the word kung fu and then another word. Kung fu sansu, kung fu shaolin. It's like,
Wow.
Yeah, you have you are mastered at this fighting style.
Dude, that's crazy. I know such little about martial arts.
Honestly, same. Now, once I got out of it and I kind of retired from that and went into stand-up full time, I stopped.
You're gone. What about
everything.
you? Don't follow MMA at all?
No, I started to a little bit because I liked what's that Irish guy's name?
Conor McGregor.
I liked him a lot. He was fun to watch. He was entertaining.
McGregor's great.
He was great to watch as a
great
fighter, but also
fighter.
his press conferences were hilarious.
He's
to
number
me.
one, man. He's finally. It's a personality. I talked about this the other night with a good friend of ours. I think sports need more people to have their own personality, and when you restrict them from being that way, the sport is less fun inherently. It's why I'm a massive golf fan. I love golf. I'm a golfer, but golf
boring.
sucks. Yeah, golf sucks. Golf sucks because they suck. They don't let these guys be who they are, and then Tiger Woods goes out and he sleeps with a million women because it's who he really is, and then they shame him for his infidelity and make him feel terrible when it's like all these other guys are hiding their personalities, whether it's that or whatever. Let them be who they are, so at least they don't feel
And they're all
guilt.
very uniform.
Oh yeah, you have
They
to be a
dress
certain
the
way.
same,
Well,
they
because
look
it's
the same,
it's
they-
traditional. It's
But now you're getting all these like hot golfer girls. I've noticed on golfer
Instagram?
girls. Instagram.
golfer girls. Is
On
this
the-
your second sexist comment?
on the gram. You
We're
get
guys.
these
We'll
hot
keep
golfers.
we'll keep a sexist
Hot
meter right
golfers.
here,
Yep.
and that's bing bing. That's 2. No, there's a lot of good-looking women that play golf now.
There it is.
No, seriously, I am gonna have one on the show who I spoke to. She's so famous on Instagram because of golf. I'm not gonna say her name because I'm gonna have her on the
Oh,
show.
it's a surprise.
Well, I'm gonna have her on
I
the show.
wouldn't know
Yeah.
who it is anyways.
Yeah, the fans probably won't know who it is either, but I'm fascinated the fact that she's a phenomenal golfer, but she's built a career, not to be a jerk, but on the idea that she's very good looking. Because there's a lot of great golfers. She's not a pro golfer. She's good looking,
She
who's
out there
talented.
in like hot shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'll watch golf.
Yeah, you'll start watching golf. If that was golf, you'd start watching. Right? It's like it's like the XFL in bikinis. But I think that if people could be more, if we let athletes be more of who they are, all sports would be more fun to watch.
I stopped caring about all of that stuff when I started doing stand-up. It was weird. Like everything I've done in my life, I've laser focused on that one thing. Like when I was doing martial arts, I mean, I still loved watching football, but if it was the Rams, I would watch.
Sure.
But if you ask me what anybody else's stats, I don't fucking know. I don't even know who plays on that team.
Wow. Do you know now?
No, because when I started doing stand-up, literally that's all I did. Every night I was doing stand-up, thinking stand-up, studying stand-up, and martial arts even went away. Because when I was doing martial arts, especially when I started doing jiu-jitsu, I was doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu every day, 4 to 5 hours a day. Every day. And that was what I lived and breathed.
Is jiu-jitsu a lot of wrestling, right?
Yeah, and it's a lot of injuries. And that's why I got out. I sustained a really bad knee injury, and I had to have major surgery. That recovery was a year, told that I wasn't going to be able to do it anymore. So I was like, I got to find something else to do. And how weird that I said, what else can stand-up comedy?
So that was how you really got in? You just were like, I think I want to do that?
And I didn't know how to do anything else.
Right.
I mean, before I was 21, I studied martial arts, and I taught it at my instructor's studio and had like day jobs to make money.
Yeah.
But like life was martial arts.
Wow.
And then at 21 years old, I opened my own school.
How did you get the money to open your own school?
An investor. And the guy believed it was because it was me, my brother, and my father. My dad was also a black belt. We wanted to.
Just black?
My dad, when he passed away, he was a 5th degree black belt.
5th degree.
Mm-hmm. That's what I stopped
How
at.
black can you get?
Man, on a scale of
how many blacks can you? How
on a
many
scale
black
of Michael Jackson?
How many black belts can you have? How many? How deep does the scale go?
It all depends on whatever you're studying. I'm so.
What are you at?
Like when I stopped studying and kempo karate, I was a 5th degree black belt.
Wow.
And then I had gotten a blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu 2 different times.
Blue is above black?
No, it's below black. Oh. But it's it's a pretty good level. My brother got up to like purple belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. The belts are all different. It doesn't even matter. Like so many styles, it's so different. Like
right.
White. One style that I did was white, yellow, orange, purple, blue, green, brown, black.
At least there's
jiu-jitsu is white, blue, purple, brown, black.
At least there's some sort. At least martial arts were woke before they knew it. White is the bottom, and black is the top.
So woke.
They're woke. That black is the highest degree of belt, and white is the one they give you for free.
Yep.
That's like, oh, you showed up. Here's a white belt, right?
There
Don't you just get one right away?
Yeah.
And when you walk in, they go, white. Here's a white belt.
You show up. You're a white belt.
That's a little rude and racist.
You're a white belt.
I'm an orange belt.
You're a white belt.
Is orange on the belts?
White, yellow, orange is still beginner level, but yeah.
When I was a kid, I just knew some guys that did karate, or kids that did karate, and they were always weirdos.
Yeah.
Every kid in my neighborhood that
brother
played karate was, or that, what is it called? Not play karate. What would you say?
Practice, train.
Yeah.
Most people in
See, that's why they're
martial
weirdos.
arts, my brother and I call them MA geeks. Because when people get so into something, they fucking geek out on it. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars guys. My brother is such a Star Wars geek. He sent me a picture this morning of him laying in bed wearing a stormtrooper helmet.
Why?
Because he's making his own stormtrooper outfit.
No.
Yes.
Just for fun?
For fun.
I don't. Well, dude, I'm not going to get deep into it because I've talked about it a million times. But I've never. I don't.
You know what?
I don't do any of that stuff.
Do any of it? What do you mean? Like you don't watch Star Wars?
No.
You've never watched Star Wars?
I've seen one.
Which one?
The original. I tried to watch the
Episode.
I tried to watch the
4.
Phantom Menace or whatever. Is that what it was called?
Episode 4, A New Hope. Yeah. This is swinging and it's bothering me.
Just it's fine. Don't touch it. It'll figure
It's
itself
swinging,
out.
It's bothering me. I have OCD.
I've tried. I don't. People got mad. I tweeted about it one time.
See, that's the
I don't
difference
watch
with
any of
me.
that stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
However, I don't get mad if you don't.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't like it. I've never.
Or those guys that get really pissed if you compare it to Star Trek. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What's the difference though?
None.
No, it's space stuff.
They're both not real.
Someone at home is losing their
They're
mind.
both made up.
Someone's like, "Oh my god!
Yes.
What is the difference? There is such a difference."
Live long and prosper.
It's just you made up. You made up languages.
By the way, my brother
Made up the rule. By the way, they made up the rules. They just made up rules. So it's
yeah.
all it's fantasy.
My brother could tell you planets, galaxies, systems.
Not real.
What the race, like the
There's races?
not race, but like what is it? Species, whatever they are, like the people with the long cone heads. He knows. We were talking the other day. He goes, "I wonder why they made the blah 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 sluts in the Star Wars universe." And I went, "What?" You know what the ones that remember the girl that was stripping in the Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna's one of these.
Bib Fortuna?
Thank you. And my
I don't
exact
know.
react-
I don't know.
So, but the cool thing is that he's not a jerk if you don't know about it.
Okay,
But
so that's what
holy
annoys
shit
me.
Is he a nerd about knowing it himself? But it's funny
Yeah.
because he'll talk to me sometimes, and he'll say things like Bib Fortuna, where thinking I'm gonna go, oh yeah, of course,
Right. Yeah.
When I'm in my head going, I don't know.
Bib Fortuna.
I don't know.
How are you really saying it? I'm saying I hear
Bib?
Yeah, Bib.
Like a baby's bib, 4, and then a can of tuna.
Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
But what's the real name?
Remember this? Oh, you didn't see all of them because it was
I've seen almost none of it. I've never
Yeah,
watched a
there's-
Harry Potter.
this character Bib Fortuna was like Jabba the Hutt's sidekick, I think.
Oh, I've seen that. Look, I know enough from the social zeitgeist to understand. I know all the characters. I've seen
Yeah.
90% of what.
I
you know.
love watching it, but I love watching it to just kind of be like taken away into this story. But I'm not like
See.
invested.
I can't.
People, there are clubs, and for example, there's this group of people that have made their own stormtrooper costumes,
Oh, I've seen that online.
and these guys are so popular that, see, I'm terrible with names. The guy that was
Bib Fortuna.
no, the guy that directed Iron Man, the fucking guy.
Bib Fortuna.
Not Bib Fortuna, the director. What's his name that did The Mandalorian?
Oh, dude, Bib Fortuna.
Yes, he casted this club because they were like, we need more stormtroopers, but it's going to be expensive to make all. But then someone said, hey, have you heard of this? And I can't remember the name of the club. My brother, if he watches this, will flip out that I don't remember the name
Yeah,
of the club.
Dorcas Malorcas.
That's them.
Yeah.
The Dorcas Malorcas 500 or whatever. They found this club and cast them all in the show.
They probably just told them to show up and they'll.
didn't have to make them costumes or anything.
No,
they had,
they
their
had
own.
them already,
Yeah,
and
they made
and
'em.
they probably are more accurate than the costumes that the costume department would have made, right?
Oh,
people are
boy.
obsessed. My dad, at the end of his working career, worked for a company who made manuals for hand building cars, kit cars and stuff, right? And there was such a demand for people that wanted to know how to hand build the Millennium Falcon
Yep.
that they actually made this thing, and they sold hundreds of thousands of copies because people wanted to know how they could hand build the Millennium Falcon. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Han Solo shit.
Right. They want to know how to build it, and people built this thing.
Like life size in their backyard?
Yes, life size in their bed. Yeah, life size. It's like
Wow.
90,000 football fields. I don't know how
I
big
love
it is.
life size, and it's not in life.
Of course not. It's fake
It's
life
life
size.
size?
Yeah.
So it's nothing.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely nothing. But
Yeah, they
there
would
was
build
a
it.
guy that built a Millennium Falcon in his backyard.
The real to scale or
looked
whatever.
terrible.
How
Yeah,
big is this thing supposed to be? That's impossible,
I
right?
don't know.
See,
You don't even know what you're talking about. You've seen the movie. half
I
the
know
time.
what the things are. I just never really paid attention to any of the details. I'm not a guy. I've said it a million times. Fantasy movies don't do it for me.
Same.
I live here.
Same. That's why I love true crime.
I live here. Yeah, true crime is great because people do actually kill people all the time.
Love it.
There was a woman's body that was just found. This is gross, but they just found her body, and now the investigation begins. And it's sad, but like as a society, you're like,
Yep.
let's see what happened.
Yeah.
How did we get to this?
Are there pictures of the body? That's how we are.
What? Is that what you want to
I
know?
want to see
Freak.
details because I know that I could probably help solve the crime.
Oh, you think you're that guy?
Yeah. I
You
am
really
that
do?
guy. I am that guy.
You think you can
I
put the...
solved a crime once, I thought.
Shut up.
When I was 21, a good friend of mine was a Long Beach police officer, and she goes, "You want to go on a ride-along?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go on a ride-along."
Isn't that funny? Only white people are allowed on ride-alongs.
Yeah, right. And I went.
That's such a white privilege thing to do.
Dude, it is.
You want to get in the car and watch me harass people? Yeah.
But it was in a rough part of Long Beach. Back
Long
in
Beach is tough. Long
back
Beach has
in
some
the
tough ass areas.
early 90s
Yeah,
when
yeah.
shit was still crazy. And
It's
like
still kind of tough, right?
we had, in one night, we had a rape, a shooting, and a murder.
Jesus.
All in one drive-by night. Ride-along night. Drive-by, Freudian slip.
Yeah.
But I solved the rape.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, you caught the criminals?
No, I didn't. But I helped them.
Yeah.
I was a genius on the scene.
This is so annoying, and I know you weren't at all. No, you weren't. Like I'm so annoyed because I know you weren't even a
Okay,
little
here's
bit.
what happened. The girl was raped, and she had no idea what happened. And the cops. Here's another thing that tripped me out about it. They were so casual.
The cops?
They were just like,
Because they've seen this 1,000 times.
right? And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going,
what's sad.
We walked in and she was naked, and I'm like, cover her up, But they thought, oh yeah, the guy broke in and da 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 da. And I said, I don't think he broke in. It's he. I think she knew him because she was out of it.
They let you come into the crime
They
scene?
asked me.
Long Beach
what
police are slipping.
Bro, they asked me, what do you think? And I went, yeah, here we go. You guys think they broke in, but actually he went out through the window and came in through the door. Not broken in. He was let in through the door. I guarantee when that girl gets to a point where she could talk to you, she's going to tell you that she knew who did it.
And that's the truth.
And that's exactly she knew who it was.
Why did you want to be a stand-up? Should have been an investigator, a crime scene
I am an
investigator.
investigator. I'm investigating the whole Britney Spears thing right now.
Are you?
I'm going to save her. I'm going to save Britney from her conservativeship that she's enslaved to.
She's
leaving clues. She's leaving clues.
She lit her own gym on fire.
Yep, that was a clue.
That was my favorite clip I've ever seen.
Or when
Hey
she-
guys, I lit my gym on fire.
What about the later ones? Hey guys, I'm back in the gym that
I set
on fire, and it's not always shaking. By the way,
Yeah.
it's fine. And she moves around like a toddler, like a 4-year-old that's in trouble and trying to talk their way out of trouble
Because they
And
know
it's
they did
okay,
something wrong.
It's on my fire. It's on my fire. But yeah, she's leaving clues, man. If
You
look at
know that this is precisely what we get when we ruin someone's childhood.
Mm-hmm.
As Americans, we are obsessed with fame and making people famous, and then we get upset when they're older and they act weird. And you're like, we did this.
One of my family lawyers was on the original team of lawyers that put the conservatorship together for her.
Really?
And he quit because he's like, these people are crazy, and it's sad what they're doing to that.
So what is she doing on the internet? I'm not following as closely.
First of all, I was like calling bullshit, and I started following her because I just thought it was fun to watch.
She is kind of fun when she does the outfit things when she walks through the hallways in
and
her
she's
outfits.
just doing-
It's very funny.
She's doing this.
I do
over
think
and over
that's
again.
very funny.
Well, then it started. People started going, "Yo, she's leaving like secret messages," and then people started leaving in the comments, "Are you okay? If you need help in your next post, wear a yellow shirt." Sure enough, next post she's wearing a yellow shirt.
Shut up.
Yep. And then it's gone crazy online right now. Like people are like,
I see it, but so much of it could be conspiracy.
Hashtag Free Britney is huge right now.
Where
And I
do-
thought
what do
it
you
was
think, she's
hilarious.
trapped?
I think that she's
Being controlled.
controlled by this conservatorship, and there's a lot of things that she can't do under this. Like apparently she can't drive a car on her own. She can't go shopping on her own. She's not really in charge of her social media. And here's why I believe that. Because Howie Mandel, perfect example.
Yeah.
People started doing that on his. Something's wrong with Howie. Howie's being, and like doing the conspiracy theory that Howie was being.
Manipulated or
So he immediately addressed it. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm fine. I'm just 60 years old."
but that's what they would tell
It's
him to
weird.
say. That's what
I'm a
they
weird
would
guy.
tell him to
See?
say.
But she never addresses it.
Huh.
She never addresses it. Like her latest post, she goes, "Hey guys, I want to answer some questions that you've been asking me. My favorite color is..." Like, no one's asking you what your fucking favorite color is. They want to know, like, are you a fucking prisoner by...
Do you think she's a prisoner?
I don't know if prisoner is the right word, but I do think that she's
What would it be called? The being emotionally
Hostage.
manipulated, held emotionally
hostage.
hostage?
Yep.
Wow.
Emotionally held hostage because... And there's a video of her and her boyfriend. She's got this boyfriend that's like... They work out together and shit.
He's really young, right? Is he a young guy?
Like ripped. He looks like
he looks
like
like
a Latino
me
soap
and you,
star.
like me and you.
Yeah, like super young. Like
Really
us.
good-looking
young,
soap
ripped,
stars.
buff.
Yeah.
Jawline, dope hairline. Just like us.
That's you. That's you.
Us.
You could get tan.
No, I can't. And
Oh, look at the
always-
farmer's tan.
And I always have a farmer's tan.
Whoa,
And I'm
that's
really-
bad.
And I'm really
That's
paranoid.
really bad.
I know it is.
Like
I'm
I'm
really-
just orange all the way.
Yeah, but you have the same thing. I'm
but
really
that-
paranoid
yeah.
about the sun.
Well, you're not doing a good job of covering it up.
Well, no, I use sun. That's why I look so young. That's why I look 13, 14, 15 years younger.
You look
than
so
my
young
age.
because you have no responsibility in your life that's real. You live the
Also,
life of a child.
Also, skincare. Life of a child. Skincare,
Skincare.
equals.
Wait, time out. Speaking of which, speaking of soap stars, I'm buddies now with a soap star guy, and I'm pretty into it.
Who is it?
I'm not going to say his name.
I
He
probably
was on
wouldn't
Days
know.
of Our Lives for a long time.
That one. Oh, I'm a huge fan.
But I play golf with him.
These-
He's a nice guy, and honestly,
Days of Our Lives.
actors for the most part, I'll say this: I've met a million actors, hot actors, famous, like the most sexy, but most of them aren't good looking. I'm being genuine.
In life.
Yeah, you
In
see them
real
on
life.
camera, and they're good on camera. They're great with lighting and makeup and da da da. Most of these people aren't.
Blotchy skin.
They're just normal looking.
lines.
They're not as good as they've been perceived to be.
Ugly as shit. Got it.
Soap opera actors,
Good looking.
honestly, the best looking people I've ever seen.
Is there a lot of money in it?
If you're in it long enough.
I mean, in the production of it.
Oh well, no, dude.
That's
don't
why
don't
they're
you
so
know
good
that They can shoot like an episode a day. Like
Yeah, that's why
they
you
rifle
have to
through it.
actually be good looking because
Right.
they don't have the money.
No tricks.
Yes,
That's right,
So
no
you got to
tricks.
show up hot.
Yeah, because you got to
Maybe
show
I
up.
should do.
No, you'd have to be hot to do soaps.
Maybe I should do soap operas.
You couldn't. You'd have to be hot.
I am. Hot.
You'd have to fix so much stuff.
Like what?
Ugh, I gotta send you an email, bud.
I'm
Honestly,
not in
they're the
best shape.
hottest people. They're the hottest people I've ever seen. Like the most naturally good-looking people, because I think they're more reliant on the idea that like these are hot people that are in love trysts, and that's all the audience cares about. They don't really care if the acting is in the narrative or the dialogue is tip top. They just want to see sexy people in love trysts. And by the way, so do I.
Yep.
I've watched a couple episodes. I got to tell you, if I'm at home, once I retire, once my husband is, off on his own, I'm going to have my white wine and I'm going to watch soaps for the rest of my life.
My mother, when I was a teenager, got me hooked on All My Children for a little.
Oh, that was a big mom
huge
show.
crush on Susan Lucci.
On the Luch.
She's still hot.
Yeah, of course. Oh my
She's
God, yeah.
107 and she's gorgeous.
She's 107.
I think so. I'm not good with numbers, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're bad at math.
I'm not in good shape. I gained the quarantine 15.
No, it's
Call it
more than that.
Quarantine 15 is what I call it.
I think it's more than that.
It used to be here.
I think you gained
But
a
now it's-
lot. What have you been eating?
A lot of Trader Joe's yogurts,
Yeah, but what's making you gain
mangoes
the weight?
and cream. What's making me gain weight is I sneak the sweets once in a while.
Looks like more than once in a while.
I try. Hey man, I try to not eat after 7.
No, you look good still. By the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you.
Well, what's your sneak? What's your treat sneak?
Cookies.
Do you have them on hand at all times?
Yes.
Do you make them at home? Or
I
you
don't.
buy them?
My wife buys them.
Yeah.
And I keep telling her, stop buying all the stuff because if it's here, I'm going to eat it. She doesn't understand how addiction works.
Right.
So she goes, no, just have willpower. All you have to do is have willpower.
No,
I'm like,
they're there.
well, that's the point. I don't have willpower. So keep the cookies out of my phone.
Get the cookies out of my house.
And they're still there.
Can I
And
give you
they're-
a fix?
And they're my favorite. Peanut butter, anything peanut butter
Oh
chocolate.
yeah, I love peanut butter.
Peanut butter chocolate. Peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cups. Peanut butter M&Ms is better than Reese's Pieces. Talked about this before.
Yeah, but peanut butter cups are better than all those.
all of them, yes.
Dark chocolate peanut butter cups from TJ's are the best.
You're going to make me
Guys, why don't you comment below about your snack meter?
Mm-hmm.
What's high on your snack meter? Here's the trick. Can I give you the trick to cookies? Because I used to be that way.
Yeah.
Go to TJ's or whatever and get the cookies that are the dough that you have to physically turn on the oven and put on a pan and then make the cookies. Because they're pre-made dough balls.
Already sounds like too much work. So
That's
won't eat 'em.
why.
So I won't eat them.
It takes a lot to get it out, to turn on the oven, to preheat it. Then
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is put it on there. It's that simple. It's very easy. It's just even that step makes you go, I don't want a cookie.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's there. So if you really want it, you'll cook it.
Yeah.
You'll preheat the oven at 350. You'll throw it in there for 12 minutes or whatever it is, 10 minutes. And all it does, you just have to pick it out of the thing in the fridge, put it on, let it sit. But that's enough work where I'm just being a glutton and craving
Right.
that I go, nah, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Eat a lot of cheesy shit too. Like I love pastas.
Yeah,
and
same.
gnocchi.
Yeah.
But I'm doing okay.
No, you actually look good.
I have a bit of a belly,
That's fine.
and then I got this thing.
Your chin.
Because
You do have a-
I'm usually like this. I pose for pictures. Like,
You stick your neck out?
yeah, you have to. If you look straight at the camera and lean in, jawline.
But you're not a pig guy when you eat food. We had dinner. We had a boys' dinner at what steakhouse did we go to?
Boa?
Boa?
I think it was Boa.
You did a good. You ate like a man.
Yep.
There was a few people there that eat like slobs.
Oh,
The-
you're not talking about Mike Lenoci.
Yeah. No, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. I should have got him a bowl with a rope around it, tied around his neck. I've never seen someone spill so much. But Theo showed up and didn't even eat. Theo ordered food and left.
Ghosted all of us. I think he said he was going to the restroom.
Yeah, and
he
he never came back.
Yeah, he never came back.
That's what I was like, he's never gonna, he's not coming back. I think I left
Hey,
something.
y'all, I'ma go
hey
to the
man, I think
restroom.
my dad needs help.
Yeah, man. What's his Theoisms? Yo, man, I'm gonna walk my little biscuit sticks to the restroom. Like he always has his
Yeah, that's
own
exactly-
words for shit. You know? I'm not good at that,
My
but
salted pretzel legs need to skedaddle out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a Dr. Seuss book, that guy. But yeah, you don't have any unusual gross habits like that. Although it's hard for me to eat with people anymore because a lot of times when people eat and they're gross when they eat, it turns me off to them as friends. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, I can't eat with that
sloppy
guy.
eaters. Don't talk to me with food in your mouth.
Oh, yeah, come on, man, grow up.
I'll close your mouth like that. If you talk to me
You
with
hit
food in
him
your
in the
mouth, you're gonna go, and then you're not gonna be able to talk to me anymore. Oh, it's the worst. Mike Lenoci. Sorry to bring that. Idiot
Yeah,
up. I
well,
love
it's
him.
okay.
I remember one time years ago, him and I were eating together, and I was so angry because he's eating and talking to me, but food is falling out of his mouth.
it's gross.
It's almost like how when Muppets eat, because they're not real people, so the food just, like when the Cookie Monster eats cookies,
They
the
just all
cookie
come
never
out.
goes down. It's just, that's him eating.
That's so smart.
The most.
It just
mad.
chews it up, but it keeps
Yeah.
falling out.
Yes.
It's like
Makes
you
me the
didn't.
most
Nothing
mad.
went inside of your stomach.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I'm the same way. So we could eat together because we have that.
Yeah, it's a tick that I don't like watching people.
The noises, I got it from my dad.
Yeah,
If you made any mouth noises at the table, he would literally stop,
and stare at you.
and then you just, you know that when you try to breathe with
Yeah.
food in your mouth and you don't want to make it.
Was your dad a military kid?
No,
Was
no.
his parent? Was his dad?
His dad was pretty strict. My grandfather. My dad was in the. My dad was in like the Air Force Reserves or something, and then became a hippie.
That's not
and
a real
got
thing,
a
is
music
it?
career, and then yeah.
And
But
the Air Force Reserves is not a real thing, is it?
no, he didn't. He just stopped showing up.
But I mean, that's what I mean. They're like, okay,
It's
can't.
not a real thing. It can't be because he stopped. If you stop showing up to the army, they'll find you.
The government will fuck. They'll get you.
He just stopped showing up.
Yeah, at some
And
point-
it was during Vietnam and all that stuff.
Oh, well, in the middle
yeah,
of Vietnam.
because he joined the reserves to avoid
avoid the draft.
To avoid the draft.
Smart. Mm-hmm. I talked to a guy who moved to Canada for a little while to avoid the draft. Can't say his name. Can't say his name because he'll get in trouble. But we'll put it
Donald
right
Trump.
here. I'm going to put it right here. I'll put it right here. You'll see his name. Yeah, but he was telling me, he was like, when he was a kid, he was like, nah, I just went up to Canada, snuck up there and did drugs in the woods, which I kind of appreciate in a weird way.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you're going to duck a draft, what if we had a draft for World War III that's coming up?
We're fine because we're in our 50s.
Jay, I'm 36.
You're not 36.
I'm
man.
36.
You're not 36.
I'm 36.
What year were you born?
1983.
Shit.
36.
71.
It's been a tough road. Yeah, I know you're 71. It's been a tough road for me. Okay?
Really? Has it been?
It's been a tough road.
I could tell.
I'm weathered.
Oh, yeah.
I'm weathered. I've weathered the
you look
emotional storms
36.
of life. I think I've looked 40 my whole life, so when I finally hit 40, it's going to be perfect.
You're going to start going backwards.
I'll Benjamin Button myself right
You
out
look
of here.
younger now than you did when we first met.
Yeah, that's true. I've probably taken care of myself a lot better now than I did
We
then.
were both pretty much overweight.
Yep.
Remember we would talk about losing
was
weight?
thick. I was
You
thick.
beat me, though. I was losing more weight than you for a minute, and then you beat me.
Only because I found out about
Cocaine.
cocaine. I found out about cocaine and bulimia, and I was like, I'm going to
there you
lose
go.
50 pounds tonight.
When?
Right now. And I did, and I lost a little bit. No, and then I finally tightened it up. You know what it really was? I stopped eating. I would every night on the way home from shows get fast food.
Yes, that's what I did. I cut fast food.
It was just so easy and also so good. Mm-hmm. It was so nice, dude,
The worst
after
food
you
tastes
worked.
the best.
Ugh.
What was your go-to fast food?
Well, at the beginning of when I first moved to LA, it was Wendy's because it was around the corner from my house. So that was just convenience more than anything else.
They're the square burgers, right?
But I don't get their burgers. I would get spicy chicken nuggets or spicy chicken sandwiches, fries, a
Yeah,
Frosty.
their burger patties are square.
Yeah, but the Frosty.
Yeah, the frosty.
Frosty's the best. So I get a big ass Frosty fries. I'd get spicy chick nugs or chicken sandwich.
You even gave them nicknames.
Yeah, speed chick nugs.
Little spice chick.
Little spice
nugs.
chick nugs. And then after that, it always was McDonald's was like a go-to because it was easy and simple, and they have everything you need.
Jack in the Box and Taco Bell.
Jack in the Box was that was a Long Beach
Number
thing
6.
for me.
Can I tell you what the number 6 is? Number 6 is a ultimate cheeseburger with
I know
curly
it.
fries
Yeah.
and a Dr. Pepper. I would have Dr. Pepper's huge ones every day.
They're so good.
Every day.
DPs are so good.
And then Taco Bell was 2 Burrito Supremes and 2 Soft Taco Supremes and a Dr. Pepper.
3
with
cheesy
that
gordita
amazing-
crunches.
With that amazing crushed ice. Oh, gordita.
Ah, dude, that food is so good. It's not, and
Gross.
why can't we figure out a way for it to not be bad?
I know, because it tastes amazing and it's disgusting.
I know, but you know what? Do we care? At some point, can you care?
I do kind of now.
Because you're getting older.
Because I have more. I've got more.
We're all getting older.
I got more runway behind me than I do in front of me these days. you
Yeah,
know?
that's true. And you don't want to die of that.
Of fat. I don't want to die of fat.
You won't.
No.
You'll die of something very stupid, though.
Like, what do you think? What do you think?
I think you're going out from like, you get into a car accident. I can see it now. You get into a car accident and you're fine. You're a little bit banged up, but it's fine. And then you get out to like trade information, and then you get hit by another car, and then you die. Yeah,
That's the way I go?
That's how you
That
go.
sounds about right.
How do I go?
I feel like, how would you go? I feel like trying to do something healthy, like on a bike ride. You're mountain biking. You're mountain
Don't
biking.
do this to me. You're scaring me.
You're mountain biking, and you're on a very narrow trail.
I think about
on
this
the
all the
side
time.
of a mountain. Your front tire slips. You go to turn
Correct it.
and you're going down the hill.
Bro, I'm not kidding. I have fear.
The whole first half of the rolling is just all pain. It's just, oh God,
I feel it the whole way.
And then you hit like a boulder that's sticking out.
Oh, come on.
And then the rest is you're free and your body's.
So I'm
flopping
dead
around.
at that point.
You're dead at halfway through the fall.
Jesus Christ.
By the time you hit the ground, you're just a Raggedy Andy, because you're the boy.
That's a good shot at me. Mm-hmm. My mother dressed me up as Raggedy and as Andy from Raggedy Ann and Andy for Halloween.
All the time.
At 1 year, she made my costume because we didn't have any money, Jason.
Neither did we.
And she made my costume, and it was a new level of embarrassing. I thought it was going to be cute. I was like, oh, that's fun. No, it's not.
Did all of the kids make fun of you?
Well, that happened anyway.
Yeah.
But it was just too easy. It was almost like, oh, there's the ginger idiot wearing the ginger idiot costume.
Just all you needed was the clothing.
I know. It's like if Howdy Doody. It's like if my mom wanted me to be Howdy. Do you even know? You know who that is, right?
Yes.
The red-headed puppet for people that don't know.
It's Howdy Doody time.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's like me being a puppet, me being a Howdy Doody. By the way, I'm watching. I have to tell you this. I'm watching a new show called Love on the Spectrum, and it's about people who are autistic, who are trying to go on dates and find love for the first time.
Is it reality?
It's a docu-series.
Yes.
I'm a softie for stuff like this.
Me
My
too.
heart breaks. I start crying. I get emotional because I don't cry when family members die. I'm like, oh, that's terrible. But when I watch this kind of stuff, for some reason, it hits me a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, on the documentary, there's a kid who's pretty autistic, and he has red hair, and his name is Andrew. And right away, the old bag was just like, uh-oh. I was like, no! Because then everything he says, automatically, she's like, you do that, you know?
Yeah.
So I am Andrew on the show. The show is incredible. If you haven't seen the show, to fans listening, dude, it's so wild.
It's called Love on the what?
Love on the Spectrum. It's on Netflix. It's just about how hard it is. Honestly, it's an exploration about social cues and dating and how these lines are blurred for even people without autism.
Yeah.
So can you fucking imagine how hard it is to date with autism, where you don't know how to look someone in the eye?
Right.
You have a hard time engaging with questions and responding, and ping-ponging conversation is difficult for some people who are autistic. And when you watch it, it's heartbreaking because you're like, man, dating is fucking tough for people that don't have these disabilities.
This is what Rick Glassman's going through. This is what it's like for him.
Yeah, he's just a psychopath.
Yeah.
He's just a pure psychopath. But you watch it and your heart really breaks because you're like, but it is an examination of culture that we deal with today, of like, even as men and women without autism date, there are blurred lines that no one wants to talk about. There's no rules, but they have to be forward. So they have to say like, can I hug you?
Yeah.
And they get uncomfortable, but they only know how to be honest.
Which is
When you're on a
kind
date,
of beautiful.
Yeah,
Which is
dude.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, because when you're on a date, when you're young and you're dating, you like can only hope that they want you to kiss them or what, like that. I don't know who said it. I think Brennan had a joke like that about, he goes, the first kiss is an inch away from sexual assault.
Oh, now especially.
That's what, but he's saying it's like the first kiss is such a vague, I think this is okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it, because if you ask, it's more uncomfortable. Can I kiss you?
And then the girl will always go, you don't ask something like that.
Yeah, don't ask
to
me.
which you go, no, you fucking do.
I
yeah.
have to now.
Yes, I have to.
So I think that's what this show is coincidentally examining, and I don't think it's on purpose, but it's showing. I think their purpose was to show what it's like to have a disability and be in this extremely vague, tough
Where could I see
world.
this?
Netflix. Where isn't everything?
Netflix.
What else exists besides Netflix now?
Oh, well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's nothing. By the way, I tweeted yesterday, Netflix's Twitter, they said, what famous person do you want to see try stand-up comedy?
Famous person?
That's what it said. What famous, or something along that line.
Ask what funny person.
I
Netflix.
know.
Netflix, ask me what funny person.
Me!
And I'm going to say you.
No, but it said, who do you want to see that's famous that to try stand-up comedy? And I just retweeted and wrote, it's been a good run, stand-up. We've had, it's like, that's it. If that's where we are now, that we're like, our job is already tough enough to socially describe to
Ginsburg.
people. Ruth Bader is doing stand-up.
Nice.
She's doing a tour in 2022.
Beautiful.
It's called On the Brink. She's dying the entire way. How long has that woman been dying? I'm serious.
About 25 years.
And she's still kicking. It's remarkable.
Yeah, she's amazing.
We're going to find out Betty White and her have been dead for a long time, but they've been, what is it? The Weekend at Bernizing them through life.
They found the pet cemetery.
Would you, when you're out, you want to be in the ground or do you want to be
Cremated.
You do?
Yep.
Have you put that request into the family? Mm-hmm. What do they want?
Whatever I want.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Because sometimes the significant others of the kids are like, no, we're not. No, you're getting a casket.
That which sucks. We're not going to do what you want.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, because you have no control at that point.
None.
Yeah, you're done.
See, my dad wanted to be in 3 separate boxes.
What? For real?
He wanted to be cremated and put equally in 3 separate boxes.
For you?
One for me, one for my mom, and one for my brother.
That's nice.
So now I have him there at the house, and I introduce him to people when they come over. It's my dad. He's kind of quiet.
Yeah, he doesn't say much.
Doesn't say much.
How much does he weigh?
I don't know.
Is it heavy, those things?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Ashes are heavy, huh?
And it's really weird to think there's like bone in there. It's a trip. It's weird.
I don't like it.
It is weird. Like I don't mind like spreading me over something and like
a Jack in the Box drive-thru?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
we'll do a Jack in the Box drive-thru.
Bring me back to my happier times, you know.
Sprinkle you on the front of a Jack in the... Sir, we've asked you can't not to do that. It's at the request of my father.
Oh man, that's such a weird thing. My dad told me a story about when they cremated my grandfather, his dad. They wanted to spread his ashes over the lake that he would
People
fish
love
at.
over the ocean or the lake.
He fished at this lake every day, and my dad, you know, him and my grandfather was always talking to my dad like he was a fucking idiot. So they go up into this little Cessna plane, him and my uncle.
Who was the pilot?
They hired a pilot.
Oh, okay.
And they open the ashes, and as they fly over, their plan was, you know, bank the thing, and then we'll just dump them out the door. And they dump the ashes, and everything blows back into the
Oh, it's like the
plane.
Big Lebowski.
And my dad started laughing so hard because
Yeah.
he's like, he would literally be, this is so typical of you. This is exactly how I thought
Right.
you would handle it.
Do you-
So he loved it.
Is this him right now with the helicopter?
Yeah.
I've never heard it that loud. That's got to be it's a military
We
chopper.
record around the corner from here, and I feel like we are under the landing.
No,
pattern
this
of Burbank.
that's military chopper for sure.
Oh, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, no, seriously, because they've been flying over recently again, which either means two things. One, they're just relocating them down south to the base, or someone very politically powerful is in town. People forget that people just come to town all the time.
Yeah.
When Trump was here, they were flying the warbirds or whatever those things are called. Those tomahawks.
The
Massive ones? Yeah, the marine,
one.
yeah.
And there's 3 of them.
We're
There's
really dumb.
2 decoys.
You and I together are very dumb.
Very, very dumb.
This is
There's
so
2
dumb.
decoy marine ones, and that's not even the name of the helicopter.
No, they're called decoy marine ones.
It's a marine one, and there's 3 of them. 2 decoys, and then the president.
And you don't know which one is in what.
And they move around.
Little
a lot
do you
and
know, the
shit.
president is in a Chevy
He's
Volt.
in a car driving himself.
I'll
listening to the waves.
there when I get there. I'm in a Chevy Volt.
Oh, that's a good Trump.
It's not bad. It's too easy to do him now. That's the problem.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
You got to make the face.
No, it's more, yeah. No, but also, these are all hyperbolized versions of who he really is.
You see him celebrating his test?
I'm really happy for him.
He took a cognitive test.
I know. I'm glad he
He's
knows what a TV is.
He's celebrating that shit, and then admits I only got four questions wrong.
Yeah.
This is a test where you have to know the difference between a giraffe and a tree.
Yeah, well, they'd say you have to just name it in pattern, right? They go chair, camera, light, bottle.
But it's literally pictures. You point at
And
a
you have to
picture and
go
go,
chair, camera, light,
That's
bottle.
a tree, and he's bragging about it as if he's taking a very
Well, that's him
high
taking a shot at
intellectual
Biden.
test.
That's what that is. That's just a shot at Biden.
You think he's taking a shot? I think he's just dumb
No,
shit and bragging.
that's him doing that about Biden because he constantly says Biden's losing it. Biden's has dementia.
Crazy Joe.
He keeps doing that rhetoric. So this is a shot at going, see, I'm not losing my mind like old crazy guy over there. Anyway, who cares? The world is on fire and we're all going to burn.
In here, we pour whiskey.
A lot of people asking the old red rocket, does the carpet match the drapes? Well, I'm offended that you're asking about my basement, dude. It's hardwood floors, okay? There's no carpet down there, pal. You got to refinish your basement. If you've been going this long in life and you don't clean up downstairs, you got troubles a-brewing, my friend. You need help. Go to manscaped.com. Get Manscaped's all-in-one cleaner. The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with a new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, waterproof cordless body trimmer, dude, anti-chafing boxers, and a travel bag for you to use when we're done with Depandy. They got the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver. They have so many tools for your tool. It's incredible. We've talked about Manscaped before, and I really do love it. And I use it. I have a few of them. All right, I got a few. I got one for my nuts, one for my shaft, one for my face, one for my back. I clean up all over the place. All right. I like Manscaped. I use their products. Genuinely, they're incredible. There's a no nick guarantee. You're not gonna nick your nuts, dude. I've never nicked my nuts with a Manscaped trimmer, and I'm proud to say that. It's very much worth it. If you subscribe, you get a new replacement blade for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every single 3 months, so it's nice and clean. There's nothing better than pouring yourself a nice big tall glass of whiskey, lighting some soft candles, treating yourself to the perfect package 3.0. Clean yourself up so everyone else can enjoy you as much as you enjoy yourself. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code whiskey20 at manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping, come on, man, with the code whiskey20 at manscaped.com. 20% off is a pretty good deal. Use that promo code whiskey20. You, your partner, your body, and your balls are going to say, oh, thank you. Guys, are you sick and tired of smelling the same all the time, using the same products that other people use? You spray on that spray that guys use, that Axe or something, trying to smell good and different when really you just smell like a 20-year-old college kid. You need to get yourself over to Hawthorne, hawthorne.com. It's an incredible place that pretty much packages your perfect scents for you, whether it's hand lotion, body cream, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, cologne. They have everything on the site built for you. They package together your perfect smell, scent, lotion, etc. And all you need to do is take a 2-minute quiz on the internet. It's that simple. I did it, and they sent me what I thought was going to be impossible to match scents that I like, because I'm really particular. I don't like overly sweet stuff. I don't want to smell like I'm wearing a perfume or a cologne or something. And they did a phenomenal job. They ask what products you've used in the past, and they use this algorithm aggregate to let you know the best products that they have available for you that are clean and safe, and it's personalized. It's pretty incredible. It's totally risk-free with free shipping and free return. So if you don't like the way you smell after you use any of this stuff, you throw it right back to them. And they have everything for you. You don't have to get it all at once, but I would, because I did. It was worth it. You know, I got deodorant, I got shampoo, conditioner, I got lotion, hand cream, and I got their cologne, which I was surprised. I've been using the same cologne for 5 years, and I love it. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to even match it. And it does. It actually smells incredible. So I'm impressed. I'm very, very genuinely impressed by Hawthorne. Check them out. Go online, take a quiz, smell better instantaneously, instead of smelling like every dude that you know that uses the same product that they get from the same store. Check out hawthorne.com. That's Hawthorne with an E. Use the promo code whiskey to get 10% off your first purchase. Like I said, it's totally risk-free. Send it back if you don't like it. That's Hawthorne, HAWTHORNE.com. Use the promo code whiskey to get 10% off your first purchase at hawthorne.com.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Honestly, the other day, a guy said to me, a guy was like at outside of CVS, and he had his mask was down, and as we were walking, he goes, "Oh shit, sorry," and he put his mask on. I go, "It's all good, dude. I mean, the asteroid's coming soon." He goes, "I hope so." Like, so honestly, like, just let's get this over with. Ugh. This is the new normal, man. We're gonna be we'll be wearing masks for a long time.
I like the meme that you saw where it said a guy's dick was peeking out of the top of his underwear, and next to a guy's nose peeking out. And
that's
they
funny.
Say it's the same thing.
That is. Do you go over the fence or do you go through the gate or over the fence?
When I take a piss?
Yeah.
I'm over. I go down to the knees.
Really?
Publicly.
Huh.
Knees, shirt up, holding it with my chin.
You do?
And then I'm putting out the fire.
What is that? But what was that you were holding on to? Just a salami sandwich while you're peeing?
That's
so you're holding a Subway sandwich while you're urinating?
This is my dick.
Interesting. It's weird that you would have a sub sandwich while you're urinating above where your minuscule penis is. When you pee on your balls, does it ricochet up or where does it go? I'm over the fence.
I'm older now, so it just dribbles.
Oh, it does? It goes right down? I'm over the fence, but in public, I do pull my pants all the way down to my ankles when I pee at a urinal. Mm-hmm. I want my butt out.
You got to.
Yeah. Like when kids do that in public, I love it.
In public, if everybody start going, ow, 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 ow. She was worth it. She was worth it. She was worth it.
My dad always did it. Like his generation of guys always had a urinal joke when you'd go in there with a bunch of like at a bar or something.
Is this where all the dicks hang out?
Yeah, and they would do all that thing where they would go, "Oh, this water's cold," and you're like, you know, that whole thing. Yeah.
I did that at a Rams game once. I walked in. I go, "Is this where all the dicks hang out?"
And everyone turns. They're like, "What's up, bro?" And you're like,
"The '80s." They all laughed.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Also, it's always weird at sporting events
triggered.
that you have to.
Triggered.
Yeah, they are. They're mad.
Yep.
It's weird they have to pee in a trough. I started doing that as a kid at Bears games, and I really hate trough peeing. Because I don't care about the wieners everywhere. It splashes everywhere.
Splashy,
it's so gross.
This is even worse. I remember vividly being at one of those troughs and looking. The guy next to me had his little cardboard box of nachos.
Oh, gross, dude.
In his hand.
Gross.
Troughing. Good game, huh, guys? Oh, man.
Just right next to
And it
everything.
just smells like piss and beer in there.
Yeah,
Always.
it's the worst. It's absolutely the worst. I think we should invent. By the way, because seats now in stadiums are so tight, well, when we get to go back to them, and you're in the dead middle, you have to get everyone up. Why can't they have a tube you can stick on and pee at your seat? Why wouldn't they have a tube you can pee down and it should drain right below the seats? Pee from your seat.
Imagine a busted pipe
Oh my God.
and you're on a lower level.
I think we should be able to pee in our seats. I've thought about that for years. How have they not figured out a way to just go, just suck something onto you?
And you got to think it's a public place.
No, you bring your own, but you have your own cover.
Oh,
it comes with your own, kind of like how at the airport, the rotating toilet seat cover.
Yes.
This has one of
So
those,
weird.
and you just suck it on, sucks it right out of you.
Even at home, I close the lid to flush.
Oh, that's smart. I do that too. Yes, correct.
Because
Yeah.
it'll.
But I don't flush. We don't flush. We let everything sit. We flush every other Tuesday.
Nice.
Yep, it's called Take It Down Tuesday, and we just
Get down, dude.
and we just let
You
it
guys
sit
are
there.
living old school.
Well, it's actually new school. We're actually more
that a new
conscious. We're
thing?
not wasting water.
Just put a hole in the ground.
We have one outside. That's for outside. That's our outside bathroom. That's if guests come over.
I thought you were going to say that's the wife's bathroom.
Oh no, she's not allowed to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we don't let them go to the bathroom.
All right.
I don't know what decade you're living in, pal, but you can't pee inside, dude.
Can't do that.
You got to hold it. Is that Theo?
That was good.
You have
yeah.
to hold it. You have to hold it. No, I'm very conscious of trying to conserve water, not because of the environment, but because it's costly. I'm serious. Every time somebody jumps in my pool, I'm like, it's $9.
Wow.
Put $9 on the counter. That's expensive.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Water came out.
I'm counting we're in a right now. We're talking about getting AC because I don't have central air in the house.
You don't?
No.
What,
It's an old house.
What year is it from?
51.
We're from 41.
51. And
But
did you get it installed?
But our HVAC was installed in the 70s.
What's an HVAC?
An HVAC unit is a heating and cooling unit at the same time. They're
I'm
those
gonna
big, chunky.
I was gonna get central air put in.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do this other thing where you know those white. It's like that big unit that goes up on
They
the
go
wall?
up in the wall.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Europe has a lot of those.
Less energy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
And it fills the room and others.
Right. I've seen them. Europe. I think Europe is big on that. When you go places in Europe, they always have those in the room.
I think I'm gonna get that done this week.
You are?
Yeah, I think so. It's hot as fuck. My house is so hot and so cold. Wintertime, icebox.
What do you guys?
summer.
You have a fireplace that works?
Yeah.
And what?
Got one of those beautiful old Ben Franklins.
You do the dad thing where when the kids were young and they got cold, you're like, just put on more clothes.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what, dude? It worked for us for years.
But it's also Southern California. It's cold for 5 minutes.
And it's not really cold. Cold
It's
is
not
relative.
real cold.
It gets
Yeah.
down to maybe 50.
Yeah.
What's the lowest it's ever been here? 40 something maybe?
30s,
Maybe.
maybe.
And that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Of your lifetime as a California guy,
the first
you
time
know.
I was in Chicago in the wintertime, I could not believe
Nice
that.
and toasty.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's miserable as shit. I used to have to light my car
So
key on
cold
fire.
it feels like a sunburn on your face.
It does. It's painful, right? It feels like needles.
Yep.
You know what hurts the worst? Your boogers. When your nose gets so cold, it hurts because it gets dry and cracky. And,
So if you even move,
oh, I hate it,
it
dude.
just goes blood.
Yeah.
Dude, my nose bleeds so
Do you get them all the time?
goddamn much. I get really dry skin in there.
Yeah.
So it bleeds a lot. And when I tour, when I'm doing the road,
Yeah. Why? Because you're on airplanes all the time?
Yeah, airplanes, the hotel, air conditioning. all
Oh,
that
yeah. That stuff's gross.
shit. The housekeeping must think that I've murdered somebody in every room. Every time I leave, because I don't let people in the room while I'm there. I don't.
Oh, you
I
don't?
always keep the do not disturb
Why is
on.
that?
I'm a very neat and tidy person.
You don't want the sheets flipped?
I keep it really clean, and I'm just really weird about people coming in. Not like they're going to steal anything or anything like that.
You have
It's
nothing to
just-
steal.
It's just weird.
You have nothing to steal.
You're hurting me.
When you're on the road, what have you brought with you that's expensive other than
like,
your
I don't know,
iPad?
like a watch or
Put it in the
or-
case. Put it in the safe,
Right,
in the closet.
Even if that, I don't even worry about that.
Sure.
It's just about another person in my space at that time. But at the end of the weekend or whatever it is, they come in and it's everything. It
Soak
looks like
through the
no one
sheets.
was even in there.
Yeah.
But then you look in the bathroom and the trash can's full of bloody.
That's you're a serial killer. Yeah, they're like, there's a murderer that
Yeah.
we let in here. No wonder why he didn't want somebody in his room.
Yeah.
I bled out.
Killed.
I bled through 2 sheets in a hotel when I did this gash that I have on my leg in Ybor City. Ybor City in Florida. Ybor
Florida.
City is whatchamacallit.
It's a cigar town.
Yes, it's why can't I think of the Ybor City? Is Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Cut my leg open and they couldn't stitch it because it was on the shin. Went home, kept drinking at the hotel, and bled out into the sheet that night. So bad that the woman was like really, really concerned the next morning. I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm good.
I'm fine. But I had
Passing out.
But I had seen how much blood that came out of my leg, and I was a little scared for an hour or two the next
You
morning.
didn't cover it up or anything?
Butterfly clamps, but I went
Oh,
to I
right,
went to I had to get a cab out of Ybor to get to what do you call those 24-hour emergency
like-
cares or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Not the emergency
urgent
room,
care.
but urgent cares. And the woman was like, "We can't stitch that, dude. It's on the shin. It'll keep ripping open every time you She goes, just butterfly clamp it, wrap it. It'll clot sooner or later." But I'd been drinking that night, so it did not clot.
How did you do it in the first place? How did you hurt it?
Fight broke out after the show. I was outside.
You hurt yourself running. You
I
were running away.
I beat up everybody at the show.
You hit your shin.
I got this guy in a
while
headlock.
screaming and running away. I got it.
A fight broke
Go ahead,
out.
he goes,
I was saying hello to fans.
Oh boy.
A fight broke out outside on the patio. It was quite dark. Fans, I have a lot of them.
Oh, interesting.
This was also years ago when I didn't have fans. But the 4 people that did come to see me, I was saying hi to people. A fight broke out. A security guard is dragging this guy out, and he's fighting back big time. Like he's trying to fight the security guard now. And I'm kind of scrambling to get out of the way because I'm seeing what's happening late, and they're coming down the doorway where we are outside. And this woman gets like just smoked. And I go to like grab her arm or shirt or whatever so she doesn't just eat shit.
Right.
And as I do, I lose my balance, and on the ground I can't see is an umbrella stand, an empty umbrella with no umbrella in it. Those heavy metal
Yeah.
patio umbrella stands. Boom, right into my leg.
Did
up my
she
leg.
break your fall? Did you land on top of her?
No, she didn't. She didn't end up falling. I ended up stumbling forward, and I was like,
You
"Oh
saved
my
her. You
god!"
sac- yeah,
But
you
I looked down. I had jeans on. Fine. I'm walking. About 20 minutes later, my shoe's wet. My shoe was wet, and I looked down. I was like, "Oh my god!" Because it hurt, but I just thought it was painful. I was like, "Oh, it's fine. I didn't cut anything." But it cut through my leg. Thanks, Ybor City. I've told that story before, but it's true.
That's that improv that looks like an old theater.
Yeah, and guess where? I'll never go again. There.
There.
I'll never do that again.
Was bad.
It's vertical. I don't like vertical theaters.
It's like the Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's no wonder why Wilkes Booth broke his leg. It was so high.
Yeah.
If it had any kind of
Yep.
slope degree, it would have been fine. No, yeah, it was straight up. I don't like it when the audience is on top of you. Lovitz used to be like that in Universal Studios. I hated that too.
It rains so hard in Ybor City when it's so hot.
Tampa Bay, yeah.
100 degrees and it's
Pouring.
torrential rain.
You know why that's an old cigar town, right? That's where that was like a Cuban.
Yeah.
It was like a Cuban safe neighborhood, and they developed this community there, and it was all Cuban, and they started to manufacture cigars out of there because there were these old buildings that were there that were unoccupied, so they took them over. That little town became theirs, became the most famous cigar wrapping little avenue or
I
whatever.
love that you could watch them wrap the cigars through the front window.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Imagine what that would have been like back. If you could jump back to a time, have you thought about this of what time period you'd want to Westworld back to? You got a ticket to ride, and you can go to any time period to go party and have some fun.
I've always been the 20s. I've always loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm really
'Cause
into
of
the Perry
depression?
Mason. Yeah. I'm really into the Perry Mason shit on HBO right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Like old. I just listened to this podcast called A Murder in Hollywood.
Ooh.
It's about the murder of this famous director back in like 1920.
What was his name?
Or something. Oh, that's a good question.
Doesn't matter. He's dead.
He's dead. He's a dead guy.
Yeah.
But apparently, he was having an affair with a young actress, or she was obsessed with him, and she thought they were having an affair, and they weren't. And then he ended up.
And she killed him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did we just give away the podcast?
No, I don't think she killed him.
There's more details.
Yeah, I listen to so many
You do?
that when I'm done with that one, I'm listening to a new one, and I can't remember all the. It's like, it's entertaining at the moment. Like I don't need to retain that information.
It's not for learning.
No, it's not for.
It's just for active listening.
Yeah.
Like you're hearing, but nothing's really sinking
and then
in.
every once in a while, a conversation will come up, and I'll go, I remember that from.
Were you bad at school?
Very bad at school.
I can tell.
Very bad at school.
You didn't retain anything.
Nothing.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
What school?
Long Beach City College, community college.
I
in
thought you were
Long
going to say
Beach.
Long Beach State, home of the
Almost.
dirtbags.
My son went to Long Beach State, but yeah, I went to
Dirtbags and artichokes?
something like that.
Yeah.
And Steven Spielberg. Yeah, he went there for a second.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg went to Long Beach State?
Yeah, he's got a degree from Long Beach State.
And then he realized, he's like, I got to get out of here.
Well, he went back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to Long Beach State. The Pyramid's a great place to watch basketball. We used to go down there when I was living down there. It's a great school.
It's a beautiful campus.
It's a great school. I used to go watch Jose Canseco when he was playing minor league ball. He used to play across the street
Remember
from
Blair
me.
Field?
Oh, yeah.
In Long Beach?
Yeah.
That field is awesome. It's such an old school.
I love
ballpark.
that. And they tear those things down. It's so hard to find those like original old school shitty ballparks.
Yeah, they kept that one. That one's there, and now they film a ton of movies there. Like anything that takes.
Well, Long Beach has a ton of stuff. A lot of stuff shoots down there because it's still got classic LA suburb look to it.
It's a very Hollywood friendly city. Apparently, it's expensive. I guess the permits to. shoot
Well,
there.
I mean, the city has become expensive too, right? To live down there is not what it used to be. Now, now it's pretty pricey.
And it's all gentrified. Like areas when I was a kid, growing up in Long Beach, areas that you just stayed away from because it was just a drive by every second. Just very bad name. Beautiful neighborhoods.
Well,
now.
downtown
Homes
Long
are-
Beach used to be kind of tough, and now it's really, really expensive,
Oh, it's
right?
so gentrified. Yeah, the multi-million-dollar condos and shit
It's so
like that. Yeah.
funny. Well, they always did look over the water. I always was like, how are these not that expensive when I first lived down there?
Oh, they are now.
Yeah, there's some old classic buildings down there that are beautiful by the convention center.
Yeah.
But,
there's
you know.
that club that nightclub called Harvell's.
Yeah.
It's underground. Mm-hmm. The building that's underneath, on the very top, there's a gorgeous residence, and it's the entire top.
Who lives there?
I have no idea.
Let's
but it's
make
like,
it up.
It's like, who lives there?
Yeah, let's make it up.
Who do you think lives there?
Oh, the building that Harvell's is on? Mm-hmm. That's you know who lives at the top.
I
You know
have no
you know
idea.
the top floor is a it's like one big residence. It's
Yeah,
like a
it's-
penthouse suite.
Yeah, who is it?
Yeah, it's Tori Spelling's her dog Walker lives there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because she pays her very well.
Pays
to
her
walk
extremely well.
I think they're
Extremely well.
Pekingese dogs.
Pekingese.
Pekingese dogs, which are
Pekingese.
very temperamental animals. So
Unbelievably so.
You got to have a lot of patience to walk those dogs.
No,
so
I'm
she probably
kidding.
gets
I'm
paid.
kidding. That's not who lives there. Bobby Flay, Chef Bobby Flay lives up there. Do you know that's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
He lives there. Yeah. He lives there, but he shares it with some of the other people from the Food Network.
Like,
He's on there with Scott Conant. I don't know if you know Scott Conant.
I think you made that up.
No, that's a real guy.
Is it really?
I watch the Food Network.
Come on.
I love it extremely.
It's so.
Beat Bobby Flay is such a good show.
Bobby Flay's great.
I'll take Chopped anything. I'll always
Yeah.
watch Chopped.
See, I love that you could do that.
Yeah.
That you are able to just go and see. I have the hardest time
It's a background show.
focusing on anything else.
It's a background show.
Okay.
It exists because I'm doing something else.
Okay, that's how I am with a lot of
It's how I feel about your stand-up. It's a background show.
Well-
It exists because I'm doing something else.
my stand-up. First of all, I understand how it could be distracting.
Miserable. Oh, distracting, yeah.
Because of all the loud cheering and we want more.
Get off, get
Oh,
off,
no,
get
stay
off,
on,
get
stay
off,
on.
get
No,
off,
Andrew,
get
no,
off.
Andrew, no, Andrew.
You do have a very particular kind of stand-up that is, you know how they say it's an acquired taste? You know that phrase? You're an acquired taste. And it's for someone who's not a big comedy fan. They just got to be into
This
killing
feels like an
15 to
insult.
20.
This killing what?
Killing 15 to 20 minutes.
Consecutive.
You know,
like,
some of the fellas at the club used to call you cigarette break.
The
They go, cigarette break's getting
fellas?
up there.
What are we in the 40s?
Yeah.
My fellas at the club used to call you cigarette break.
Cigarette break's getting on stage.
Say, kid, hey, let's go get a cigarette.
You know who talked very highly of you? You are, I do love you as a stand-up, and you know that.
you.
You know who talked very highly of you was Donnell Rawlings. So you've got, he said you don't have your card. You don't have the card, but he said you're invited to the barbecue.
Beautiful.
That's good enough.
I have gotten no invitation.
No, it's not literal.
Oh, they don't send it to me in the mail.
No, they mean
Because
you,
I noticed that they're having barbecues, him and Chappelle, and
and you're not invited.
haven't
There's
gotten
literally no chance you'd go to that. You'd get invited.
So that
to
was just a figure.
It's a figure of speech. It's almost like it's a social understanding that he's okay with. You're not the white devil.
Oh, good.
That's how he views
What
it.
is he? What does he like about me? What is it that he?
He just said you were brave. Actually, he did say, he said you often would do black rooms, would do black only
started
rooms.
it.
Yeah, that's what he said. And he said you would do black only rooms, but you didn't change for them.
I didn't talk in a black scent.
Right.
I
You
didn't
go, what
black
up,
it in.
y'all? Yeah.
What's up? I'm the white guy. Don't we suck?
Yeah, you didn't
any
do
of
that. No,
shit.
he said you always did your same material. And I think that's very hard to do because most of us do have to learn to chameleon as comics to different rooms when you're young, especially. As you get older, you just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah,
but
that's
to do
where
it
I
when you're
was.
young is tough.
Yeah, because I started at 35.
But you
I didn't have
weren't
to
right.
find my voice.
Well, you were not young in age, right? But you're still young at the game. But it's impressive even when you're new at stand-up to be brave enough to go, well, I'm just going to stick to my guns because I'm sure there were tough nights.
Yeah, they have pretty tough nights.
I mean, he told me about a lot of them. He said Jason would go up there and he would bomb so bad.
I need to watch this episode.
No, this was off camera.
Oh,
he didn't want to embarrass you on camera. I'm doing it now. But he said you would just stick to your guns about doing your material. And I remember going to like the Mint on Pico, and that was so tough.
Yeah.
You had to just bring your shit.
Yeah.
But most of the time, if you just were a funny white dude, it didn't really matter if you were cool or whatever you want to say. If they thought you were down, you just had to be like funny enough or smart enough or clever enough to just barrel through it.
Honest.
Yeah, they just want you to be true to what you're saying.
Being obviously full of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
but white clubs seem to not matter.
White clubs don't give a shit.
Yeah, white clubs don't care.
They don't even care if you're funny.
No.
They want to know who you are.
Right. What kind of artist are you?
What has this guy been on?
Right. That's a very segmented part of the country, though. When you get to the middle of the country,
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. They really just want someone who's funny. There's no details that matter.
You ever do the comedy union on Pico?
Yeah, sure.
I love that room.
Yeah, sure.
I started doing that room because I heard that Bill Burr would go do that room.
He would. He used to go all the time.
So I wanted to go to
that. But they had when Trippin' on Tuesdays was around at the Mo Better Mondays was the Improv. Trippin' on
Tuesdays wasn't that the store up in the belly?
I think that was the store.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. They always had these
Crack 'em up
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Urban Night is what they would title it, which is also so annoying. That at that point, just say black show, a black show night, like
or just black audience.
Yeah, well, they're trying to be PC about the way they present it, but you're like, well, then this sounds even more. It's like when somebody says he's African American. Nothing drives me more insane. I heard a woman say, she's like, well, my boyfriend is African American. I want to be like, is he though? Because who says that? It just sounds so racist.
I want him to be in the room and go, baby, I'm black.
Yeah. He's like, no, you're African American.
Baby, I told you I'm black.
No, you're African American.
I know you understand. I know you think that you need
you're
to say
African American,
I
Jamal.
I understand that you think you're doing the right thing.
It just sounds more racist
I'm
inherently.
black,
to just say African American. You don't say you're European American.
African American gentleman.
You're European American.
I know I am.
No, you'd never say. You say he's American. No. He's a black American guy. You're a white American guy.
I say white. I don't even say American.
What do you say I am? Am I white?
White guy.
I'm not white.
You're red.
I'm my own
orange
thing.
Guy.
I'm an orange guy. We're subcategory.
We're white dudes, man.
You're a white dude, man.
We are white guys.
I'm not you.
Ooh, I feel like I'm celebrating that a little too
Yeah,
hard.
You really are.
I don't mean like,
no, you're a little too proud. You're a little too proud.
Shit.
I
can be like most white people I'm Native American.
You're not. Did you?
I'm an 8th Native American.
Have you taken your blood?
My aunt did because
I would never.
I have grandparents on both sides that were full-blooded. Great grandparents.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They were full-blooded Cherokee on both sides.
Wow. So you've got some.
Yeah, I got some. But it's not. But it's. I've always found it so annoying when I see like these really pasty, blue-eyed, blonde people going, "I'm Native American."
Yeah, no chance.
Okay, yata hey, it's a good day to die.
My college girlfriend was Native American.
Big Tree is my name.
That's your name. Big Tree. We want to get you down to a rubber tree, but right now you're an oak.
Wow, a fern.
Oh, you're a fern?
I'm a fern.
If you were a tree, what would you be?
If I was a tree, I would be, because I'm thin and I got cool hair, palm tree.
Oh, yeah.
Tall palm with the cool hair.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Me? Go ahead.
Tree or maybe a shrub.
You son of a bitch.
You'd be a royal oak.
Hell yeah. I'd like to think weeping willow. Because it's pretty, but it
cries like a little bitch.
It cries like a bitch, yeah. It's pretty to see, but it's also depressing.
Like, enough, Willow.
How is that tree so beautiful to look at, but also miserable at the exact same time?
It's the name.
Well, because it looks depressed, but you're like, wow, how pretty.
If it was called a happy hangdown, like, then you'd be like, this fucking tree is so
swinging
cool.
from the happy hangdown tree today? This guy growing up in my neighborhood, his parents, they installed a massive tree swing, one of those like 80-footers, into this little lake because they had like a
some white
like
shit.
a hill. Oh yeah. And they would never let us use it without them being home and asking first, and it drove me nuts because even if we would ask them, they'd say, yeah, it's not like they paid attention. We could have died. They would have never known.
Yeah, go ahead.
They just wanted to know it was happening,
right.
But they couldn't really see it from the house. So I was like, why do you care?
That's safe.
Yeah, I was like, why do you even care? They just wanted to know if our body was found 2 to 3 days later. They're like, they did ask on Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like that drove me nuts. I was like, why do they care so much? That's the same thing. These women, when my parents moved to the suburbs, these women moved into this house and they reconfigured the backyard and they built in a fucking unreal basketball court, beautiful, and it was like top of the line of the technology back then, and they would not let us play. This was in the western suburbs.
It's amazing.
It wasn't a full court. It was just a hoop with, but
Beautiful.
it was a.
Did they put lines down?
Yes, dude.
Oh, wow. That's
It was just a hoop with on a little slab of concrete, but the hoop was gorgeous and it had a breakaway rim. You know what I mean? Like when you were a kid, it had all the dope, because the park hoops were terrible. They were always trash. They were double rims. They were chains or nets.
or nothing.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
And they were broken. The basketball was always rusted or crooked. And
Right.
yeah, it sucked. But their hoop was so nice, and they would never let us play. You know how many times I saw her shooting out there? Never.
It was just.
They just wanted to show off.
It was a what do you call it? Decoration.
Yeah, a hoop in the back. It drove me, dude. It made me so mad. And they had a light. She had a floodlight so they could shoot at night.
My aunt and uncle had a basketball court, full court. They had a full court and a
Jesus.
tennis court.
Jesus.
They lived out here in Woodland Hills.
Oh, okay. Money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my uncle was retired captain for LA Fire Department.
Really?
Yeah, I have three relatives, LA Fire. Two uncles that are retired captains, and then a cousin that was a retired commander. And then I have a cousin.
Which one's
that's on
higher?
now. Commander's higher.
It is.
Yeah, and now and they're all LA Fire County.
Wow.
But yeah, he had this. They had a basketball court that like doubled as a tennis court, volleyball court.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was the coolest thing because I grew up in an apartment.
You lived in an apartment your whole life?
And when we were 13, when my parents got a house, but humble little house,
Right.
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, just in the suburbs of Long Beach. But like
Where? Bellflower.
Bellflower and right off of Bellflower in the 405.
Good guess. I had a good guess.
Los Coyotes and Bellflower.
I know it all too well.
That's where I grew up.
That airport down there is the first airport I ever landed a plane in with my buddy who was a pilot in training.
Oh, I flew out of that airport in a plane flown by an 8-year-old kid that was taking my lawyer's
Son?
He said, hey, my son's flying to Catalina today. You want to go to Catalina for free? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking Catalina on a plane. And then I'm thinking, oh, wait, I'm in the plane going, oh, this is amazing. And then for a second I went, oh, this shit is being flown by an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And we got to land.
He landed the plane?
Well, it turns out that the instructor took off and landed. When they were in the sky, when we were
Yeah,
up in
he
the
flies
air,
up there.
He was flying it and doing the
My buddy used to let me fly it all the time when we were in it together. And in retrospect, I realized that's exactly how people die.
Yeah.
As college students
My
flying
dad got
planes.
his license to fly ultralight airplanes.
Those are so dangerous.
Yo.
They crash all the time.
My uncle, his older brother, who was fire department, was so mad that he was doing that.
Yeah.
He's like, we've pulled those out of power lines.
Yep.
Can't tell you how many times.
Yeah.
We never had, and I said, they let me fly it. It was, those things
They're
were awesome.
dope, but they're so
It's
scary.
everything like an airplane. You got the pedals, you got this, and you got the throttle, everything except when you look down.
It's open.
It's open.
Yeah.
And there's a propeller right behind you.
That
I always felt like if I
creeps me
leaned
out.
back too far, I would just get decapitated.
Those things are wildly dangerous, but so cool.
So fun.
See, that's the problem. We need extra lives.
Mm-hmm.
We need Mario. We need to be able to die once or twice so we can. You need to be able to do those things. You know?
Man.
And just
what would you do today if you knew you had that extra life? And I'm good.
I've so bad since I was a kid. I've always wanted to get into a dogfight in a fighter jet. You know, in a.
Oh, that's such a good one.
My whole life, I thought how dope that would be. And if you could die and come back, I want those to be one of my lives.
Where you're rolling
Barrel
it,
roll.
and the bullets are missing
so
you?
bad. I want that so bad. Because I want to be able to not eject. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to eject. I just want it to, when you hit
wanna
me,
go,
I'm gone. Hell yeah, dude. I want to
man.
get hit by something. Yeah, when I was a kid,
You win.
I was obsessed with that. I was obsessed with fighter jets and planes. I thought they were so dope. I was like, that's the coolest. When you're a kid, you're like, is that a job? It's like, not really.
It isn't.
It's not a job, but it's something we know.
You can get paid for it.
You get paid to train with the Air Force, but then you don't want to go fight. I don't want to fight in a plane. If I could die, I would do that.
Oh,
I was fascinated by the idea of landing one of those on a.
I was gonna say Cobra Wrangler, but I think you won.
Why? You just want to wrangle snakes?
I've always wanted
take
to
one of the neck?
I've always wanted to like face off with a cobra. Remember Indiana Jones, where he like fell down and the cobra was
Love.
right there. By the way, if you watch it closely, you can see a smudge on the glass that's between them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but I always wanted to be able to just go and grab that
By the
fucker.
neck?
Yeah, to know I'm the boss, and then use him as a weapon.
To
Yeah.
stab other people?
Yeah.
Have you seen that guy on YouTube that stabs himself on purpose?
Nope.
You've never seen this?
What?
There's a dude on YouTube. You got to look this up.
He's missing vital organs, obviously.
He is an outdoor guru, and he'll take
Of
venomous
what? A
things.
Guru. Isn't a guru like a leader that leads other people?
Well,
Follow me.
Follow this guy.
Take this knife.
But he makes the he makes the animals. It's usually insects. It's usually like bees who have venom in their stinger, but it's stuff that he can't die from. But really dangerous shit sometimes.
And he'll let him get him?
And he'll trap it, and then he'll make it bite him or sting him on his wrist, and he tells you about what the experience is like.
What the?
Well, because they're logging it in to find out like how detrimental
guess
is this if
you
you get
gotta
hurt
find
by it.
out.
Yeah, someone had to do it.
And he's the guy.
Somebody had to do
Who's
it.
that guy, by the way? Oh, I could do that as a job? Fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah. It's
way.
someone who loves nature. That's like, I need to know what this will do to me if I get stung.
I love nature to a point. I love watching it on my 55-inch.
Yes. You don't ever camp.
No. I've camped, but in a very nice camper.
You do.
I've done the tent thing when I was too young to remember, but actually not, well.
Sleeping outside? You haven't done
I did
that?
that recently. The last time I did that was my son, my youngest, who's now
30.
25.
Yeah.
He and his buddies, I was the cool dad, and it felt like I was the cool dad. Like they invited me to do a surf, like we did 2 or 3 days on the beach.
Oh, nice.
It was like a surf camp thing, and I went out and bought a nice tent for me and my son. But inflatable mattresses.
Oh, no. That's weak. You got to sleep on the earth, dude.
I don't want to do that.
Sleep on the earth.
But you don't have to.
That's how you connect with the earth.
I'm connected with the earth right now. Boom, boom, through my Air Max 1s.
You need to sleep
Nothing
on the earth.
between the earth but me and my
I
Air
think you need to
Max
sleep
1.
on the earth one time.
I've slept on the earth.
I like sleeping on the earth. You just put down a comfy sleeping bag and a blanket underneath, and you're good
Ooh,
to go.
that's a good way to tell somebody you're going to knock them out. Yeah, motherfucker.
Huh? You want
wanna
to sleep on
with
the earth?
sleep on the earth.
Beat the shit out of you.
Bow! That motherfucker was sleeping on the
Come
earth.
up to me again. See if I won't put you on the earth. See if I won't put you to sleep on the earth. I think sleeping on the earth is important. It connects you back to your roots. I like nature to a
roots.
degree. It's roots.
Roots.
It's
got
roots.
it. Roots. All right.
Say milk.
Milk.
Say roof.
Roof.
Say cobweb.
Cobweb.
Say kinetics.
Kinetics. Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
What does that have
Say
to do with
psychosis.
roots? Psychosis.
No, you're good.
R.
That was just an aptitude test.
T-S.
Roots. Yeah, no, it's roots. I like root.
All right.
Okay, it's a root if it's the movie or the root of an issue.
Right.
It's a root if it's from a
it's
tree.
from a tree or a
yeah,
bush.
that's a
Got
root.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
A root is the thing.
How often? I feel like you have never camped.
I have. I seriously, I just camped last year too.
And you sleep on the ground?
Well, I sleep in a tent.
Okay.
But on the earth.
Nice tent with a table.
No.
And a kitchen.
No. Regular old school Coleman tent. 2-person Coleman. Yeah.
Like a.
A 2-person Coleman A-frame tent. I like
the
that.
other person?
Huh?
Who's the other person?
My dog. And my wife. You gotta camp with the old lady. No, she doesn't like it though. She
Yeah,
doesn't like sleeping on the earth.
I would love camping in a beautiful camper.
Boo.
Bunk beds, a refrigerator, a kitchen.
Boo. Well, then that's not real.
Yeah, it is.
Then you're just in a car.
My tires are on the earth.
Now
The tires are on
You're
the
just
earth.
You're just in a car.
So you've camped as recently as last year?
Last year we went camping a few times. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it doesn't. I like being clean.
Yeah.
Like the worst part of
You
that
want access to
camping
showers
trip,
and stuff.
Yeah, is there was a shower at the campground.
Have you pooped outside?
Yeah.
Like
A lot-
again-
mostly on accident.
When you poop against a rock, it's very relieving. You lean against a rock and poop. It's really nice.
And then do you use the rock to wipe?
You don't wipe.
You don't wipe in wilderness?
No, you will it away.
Is that why everybody's got flies flying around their ass?
Yeah. Actually, honestly, when you're poop camping, I'm probably so dehydrated from drinking and not drinking enough water that it's just probably a no wipe.
I know that I won't poop. I will
yeah,
hold it
you're
to
one of
the
those
end of
guys.
the weekend.
You didn't poop at school either, did you?
No.
Yeah, I know.
The one time I did, the bully showed up into the bathroom.
Collings is pooping.
Yep. I would always go between class. I would always get a hall pass to go to the restroom because there was a bully that would beat the shit out of me when I would go into the bathroom. Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
His name was Booker.
Booker?
Booker.
Where are you at now, pal?
I already had it in with him.
dead.
It was really cool. No, but he would come into the bathroom and the one time he took my wallet out of my back pocket and threw it in the urinal and made me go in after it.
What a dick.
And I went in after it.
You did?
Booker was a big boy.
Did you get beat up a lot?
Yeah, that's why my dad. Well, and the thing is, I wasn't afraid of fighting. My dad was like, "You're fighting all the time, and you're never winning."
Well, that's at least you're fighting
So they put me in martial arts class, and then I never got in a fight at school again.
because they knew you were a martial artist.
Also, no, because I got all that in class. I would
The
fight in
aggression and
class,
everything?
the aggression out in class, and it just wasn't interesting to me anymore. But I ran into Booker at a homecoming game, and I was out of high school for a long time and went to a homecoming game.
Why did you do that?
Why did I go to the homecoming game?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to do.
It's not fun. That's really sad and weird. You're old.
And I wore my
going back to
Letterman
high
jacket.
school.
It
That's
was
very
really
sad
sad.
and strange.
I wore my hair the way I wore it in high school.
Did you wear your class ring?
I didn't get a class ring. We were poor. So
That's so funny.
And I didn't graduate on time. Anyways,
You didn't graduate,
I did graduate, just
but not really.
not on time.
But that means not really.
yeah, but I did. I got
That means everybody graduated and you didn't, and then they go, "Okay, Jason, you're fine.
pretty much.
Get out."
I have
of
a
here."
diploma.
Yeah, liar.
Don't know what it's good for.
Liar, liar,
No,
liar.
I have it. It's in
He's a
little-
liar. He's never graduated.
Little book. But I ran into my bully. It was crowded, and I was walking through, and this guy bumped me really hard, little dude. And he looked at me and goes, "Oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it." And then I kept walking. And then I realized, oh shit, that was Booker.
No way.
Yeah, that was the kid that used to bully me.
Did you not go back and say something to him?
No, that was
You,
enough.
that was the universe giving that to you?
That was enough for me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something to Booker right now?
I killed his mom, dude. I killed his mom.
I've killed your whole family, Booker.
He's alone now because of what he did to me.
Yeah, a little sad, alone, little tiny guy.
Think twice, Booker.
Was he bigger than you back then?
Yeah.
So he just grew fast and then never.
Yeah.
He just finished early.
Yeah, I grew late. Yeah.
You're still growing.
Still growing?
You still have a lot of room
I'm
to
growing
grow.
out.
Yeah, you're getting wide. You're getting the
outward.
can.
Oh, man.
As that's what I say to my dad.
I hate the
Your
term
can
barrel
looks.
chested.
Yeah, if your barrel looks big, your can looks
Somebody told me I was barrel chested. Kept telling me.
big. I don't think you're barrel chested,
Thank you.
but very keggy. You look like a keg, not a barrel.
I don't have the V that I used to have.
No one has the V anymore.
I had the V.
Yeah, anymore. Nobody has the V at
I'm more of a U now.
You're more of a teardrop.
This is
You're a teardrop.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful teardrop.
Narrow, and then it's so weird when your shoulders go away.
That's
I
so
remember,
sad.
I remember looking at my dad when I was a kid, going, "Man, your shoulders are just getting smaller." Now I'm him. I catch my dad in the mirror all the time. Like, oh, yeah, that's me.
Like when you put your purse on your shoulder, it falls right off because it can't stay up there,
Yep.
huh?
Yep.
That's
it's
a
like
bummer.
Lenoci. Lenoci has mouse shoulders. Necklace, immediately a belt.
Yeah, it's
just
just
how it
this.
works.
It's just an upside down V.
Why am I so mean to him?
I don't know. He's a
I like
great.
him.
I love him to death.
I love him.
I love him very. I love him very, very much. You just like to. Friendship used to be we all tease each other.
No.
Now you cannot. If you tease,
You and I can.
Yeah.
Because we're from that world.
yes.
But some of these new guys.
I think it's just. I think people are more careful now because they don't want to offend anybody in your friendship circle. You can do it behind their back though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really proud that my boys are like old school when it comes to busting.
They just tease each other. Busting balls is so fun.
Yeah.
It's I said this to a guy the other day who was kind of being condescending to me at the golf course, and it's weird when guys who bust balls don't know how to take it back.
Oh, it's.
But you're like, if you're gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. We're supposed to laugh together.
I know a lot of comics that are that way.
It's so strange. It's like,
It's
wait, you just made
so
fun of me.
weird.
Can't I do it back?
I had a situation in the green room. I'm not going to say who it was. The comic came in, and I can't remember what it was. He walked in the door immediately busting my balls, which I don't have a problem with.
Sure, it's part of the thing.
And then I said back to him, I go, "Oh my God, you're so likable." That hit a button.
Well, okay, so this is the problem. Obviously,
He's been told that he's not
likable. Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, fuck you, man. I was just kidding." And I was like,
Me too.
"So was I, buddy. You started it."
Yeah. What do you want?
Oh man.
A guy said to me the other day on the golf course. He goes, and he's making a joke. I understand. He's like a skinny, tiny guy.
Which there's his issue.
And he was calling back to something we had talked about before. But he said something to the effect of like, I wasn't listening all the way. As I'm walking, he said something to the effect of like, are you here to finish our fist fight or whatever that was? He's joking about something.
Right.
But I kind of didn't click with me the right way. So I said, could you imagine if I actually fought you, how much damage I would do to your little body? And I'm kidding.
Needle.
Oh my
scratch.
God! He was just like, whoa, I was just joking about before, and I was like, no, I know, me too, but I also didn't. I should have gauged it better. You know what I mean? Like I said
would
it
have
too
loved if you
aggressive.
kept going. Yeah, I'm joking too, but think about that for just a second. Think about me punching you.
Think about if I hit you in the face.
Think about me hitting you in the ribs right now. What it would do to your tiny little delicate frame.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Anyway,
I'm gonna be thinking about that a lot. Watch what you fucking say to me, man.
it is funny when if you're busting back, you don't mean it. You don't have, that's why like Christy Stefano and I love joking with him.
he's so
Those New York
fucking
guys
funny,
because
man.
that's part of the game. It's like how
Yeah.
we're fucking around. But there's a weird sensitivity issue with LA where
it's weird.
we don't bust as much, and it's okay. And
We can.
Yes.
And there's a group of us that we talk publicly every day, and it's fun, but like.
But it gets. I understand that there's a line for certain people that
people are very, very aware of how they look to everyone in LA.
Yes.
It's about how am I coming across to you?
Yeah, which is sad because
the New York comedy vibe is just so comedy.
Tim Dillon just said this on the phone to me. He goes, "It's because New York people have more survival. They have to survive more.
Absolutely.
So it's like they're on the train. They're worried about getting a disease and someone coughing on them and sitting in poop and getting to the show on time."
Yeah.
More
no
so
one's
than
parking their car for them at the comedy club.
Exactly. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's like survival is taking over the instinct of how do I look as much.
Right.
It
I always
exists,
tell
but
people ask me all, what do you think the difference between LA and comedy and New York comedy is? And I said, here's the difference that I see. It's the fans, which affects the comedian.
Totally.
And here's, in my opinion, what the difference is. And tell me if you agree. LA comedy fans are fame fans.
A lot of them,
New York comedy fans are comedy fans.
A lot of them, yeah. I think there's a lot of crossover depending on how commercial the club is. But yes, for a lot of it, people come to Los Angeles because they want to see.
When I'm over there doing comedy, even with the fellow comedians, I feel like I don't think they give two shits about what I've done.
They don't.
Just be funny and be really funny. Don't be
Yeah.
hacky. Don't be, and that
I think just be funny.
Yeah.
Out here, there's a lot of maneuvering. There's
Which
a lot.
I have
there's
no
politics.
problem with. I'm very funny. I'm a hilarious guy. Hilarious guy.
No, honestly,
and I'm not much of a self-proclaimer.
No.
But fuck,
You're a bad you're a
good
bad
at
comic.
this. Okay.
No, you're good. You know what you're good at? Honestly, I'll tell you what your strength
Showing
is.
up.
Your strength.
You're good at showing up.
You're good at being there. You're good at being there, and you got to keep cracking the bat.
Yep.
Do you plan on going on tour again or no?
Ever?
I mean,
I
this
don't
year.
even think I'm a
This year,
stand-up comedian anymore.
you're not. We're
I'm
not. None of us
We're
are.
podcasters now.
Yeah, we have to just reconfigure where we're going.
I mean, I've gotten a lot of offers that I just can't bring myself to doing.
When do you think? Next year?
Spring of next year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's deep.
If we don't get our shit together, if everybody just does the right thing for 2 weeks as a country,
Yeah, we'll be
not
okay.
state by state, because
Yeah.
no one's getting it right. But if the guys in charge say, okay, everybody has to do this, do that thing, and we all go, fuck it, we have to do it. Without somebody going, it's fake, it's this, and masks are taking my freedom. By the way, get the fuck out of here with the mask taking my freedom.
Well, look, it's
thing.
because it's been politicized.
It's
if it wasn't politicized, we'd be
ridiculous.
in a better shape. If Fox News and CNN weren't so annoying on both ends.
I never thought in my lifetime I would see a bunch of white people marching for their freedom in this country.
Finally, finally, the thing they need, the thing they need in Orange County.
They need it. They need
You
it.
think I want to breathe my own breath? These idiots. All right, look in the camera, and as I walk away, we end the episode the same way with one. What?
You're leaving me?
I don't want to be with you anymore.
Okay.
My phone just said "get out, get out, get out,"
Okay.
and it's my get out meter.
I'm going to do this by myself now. I love this.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to walk off camera. This is how we end the episodes. I want you to say one word or one phrase directly into the camera when I'm off, and that's how we're going to end the episode. So make it count. All right, bud?
One word.
Or one phrase to end the episode. Go.
This was mediocre.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.